Man's got 2 bags. Oh! What's up, guys? Omni here. You guys know how it goes. Another day, another video. Last night I tweeted I sleep. What recent news, topic, tweets, videos you want me to talk about tomorrow? President Donald Trump will be sworn in yet again as the 47th president of the United States of America. There are rumors that he'll be dropping like 100 plus executive orders all in one day today, so that might be a thing. I think the inauguration is supposed to be a little bit later today, so whatever I don't cover today, don't worry, I'll cover with you guys either tomorrow, Wednesday. Okay, I'll keep you guys. It's gonna be a very interesting 4 years. I'll keep you guys up in the know of what's going to change, because apparently a lot is going to change. What else we got? Oh yeah, the Nintendo Switch 2 got announced officially and finally. I haven't watched the trailer, so we'll take a look at it later and see what all the hubbub is about. You guys probably already know the world was on fire over the past weekend as TikTok was getting banned, but then it got unbanned. I think it only stayed banned for like a couple of hours, and apparently it was all thanks to Donald Trump. Conspiracy theories and people are saying left and right, none of this makes sense. We'll talk about that as well. There are riots in Costco. That's right, a bunch of Pokemon nerds are raiding Costco and denying little children of playing the Pokemon TCG game because, yeah, they're trying to hoard all the Pokemon cards. I'll show you some footage. It's kind of wild. And last but not least, okay, I'm reluctant to cover this, but I feel like I need to get this off my chest because I think we might have just run into the most cursed meme of the month of January, and I really need to just talk to you guys about this because it's been on my mind for like the past week and a half. It's absolutely terrible. It has to do with this guy that's just been all over my timeline, and apparently the hashtag Goonicide has been trending. I really need to I need to tell you guys what happened here. Yeah, if we have more time, we'll cover some more topics as well. But first, okay, we're going to start the video with a nice old Q&A. That's right. If you guys ask me questions in the YouTube videos, I'll go in there and answer them in the segment following right now. Vampire Baby said, genuine question, why are people up in arms about the R word? I don't know. I mean, several reasons, really. I mean, like there are like a group of people who are like, you know, at least in my opinion, that they don't like it when people use that word because they identify as it and it makes them feel bad. There's probably a group of people like that. There's also another group of people who just probably want to police the word as well. They don't like it when you say things that they think that you shouldn't say. So then they kind of like make it about themselves, and then like they can kind of point at you from a holier than podium and be like, how dare you use that word? This is a great way for me to exercise my ability to control you by telling you what you should or should not be able to say. It's one of those things where people were saying it nonstop back in the day, like 10, 15 years ago. It was just everyone's vocabulary. And then we've kind of changed in a way where we stopped saying certain things because it started hurting a certain group of people. But also I feel like words start to lose their meaning as well. Like the R word meant one thing and now it means 2 things or 3 things. Therefore you can't say it because it means this or that or whatever. Some people don't subscribe to that philosophy, so they say whatever the hell they want. Freedom of speech. It's a mixed bag of everything, really. Back in the day, I used to drop that bad boy all the time, like quite literally. One of my favorite words was the R word. Now it's more so like I found some more creative words to use, okay? It's a little outplayed. I found more creative ways to call people stupid, which kind of makes me feel better because it doesn't lose its meaning whatsoever. But some people want to hold on to words because there's power behind it. And if it pisses someone else off for them to say it, then some people love to piss people off. So that's probably why people are up in arms of it. So it's kind of just I don't know, you either say it or you don't. And if there's consequences, you either face it or you don't. So Nate770 said, Omni, when you say based, what does that mean to you? I know it's used to meaning like, you know, or correct stuff, but it seems like you are using it semi-ironically. It's a little confused if you're poking fun or if you are using it to mean that people can say the R word if they are right or wrong or whatever it is based means to you. No ill will, I don't really care, just confused on your use of the word. Good question, and it's by design on purpose, okay? I purposely put things in the gray area in terms of my stances just so that you guys can see me play around both sides because that's part of my humor, okay? Part of my humor is quite literally leaving you a little bit in the dark and making you thinking, wait, what did he mean by that? Is he one way or the other? I'm a little confused. The term based, if you want to throw it around, like the actual definition, I guess, of people, how they use it, is just literally people who just do not care about other people's thoughts, say exactly what they feel, and they kind of like stand on business, period. That's the concept of just based. Now, based for some people might not be the same based for another person, depending on what you're saying, but If you're speaking with your chest and you're making a stance that enough people believe in, then it will be considered base. And Charlie Rainbow said, hey Omni, I want to ask you, what is your favorite color? Mine is pink. Oh man, I forget. You know, when I was younger, when I was a kid, my favorite color was purple. And then people made fun of me. They called me gay. They was like, your favorite color is purple? Gay. So then I was like, oh man, I'm getting tired of being called gay in elementary school. So I'm going to change it to red. And now I kind of like the whole red and black scheme. I also like black as well. But now that I'm an adult, now I've gotten older, you know, I think I'm going to go back to purple being my favorite. I claim purple. I reclaim it as mine. And if you want to call me gay for it, good. Because I am. Diego 9005 said, Omni, what's your dream car if you have one? I don't have a dream car. I actually am not a car guy. I'm not really interested in cars. It's actually interesting. I don't have a lot of hobbies that are expensive. I actually don't think I have a single expensive hobby where you like collect things and it costs a lot of money. The only thing I really like spend money on is just food. That's it. Otherwise, the majority of my money just goes into savings or investing. I don't have expensive hobbies, thank goodness. Like video games, I don't really buy that much as well. I usually play a lot of games that I already have over and over. So yeah, not a car guy, don't got a dream car. And to be honest, even if I, wanted to buy a dream car, I probably wouldn't, because I kind of like to be low key. Like I don't like to bring attention to myself in that kind of way. So whatever I drive, it would be clean, but it wouldn't be noisy, if that makes sense. Omni, in your opinion, for a new creator, should they focus on quality or quantity after 100 uploads? Damn, 100 uploads is a lot. I think when you're a new content creator, you just create. You think about anything that you do that's a craft, just do it, and then do it a lot. And every time you do it, get into the habit of like falling in love with the techniques and kind of getting better a little bit every single day. That's what I think. A lot of people get lost in the sauce, and they don't want to release content or release videos, or there's just too much analysis. When in my opinion, in the beginning, if you want to start making content on any platform, just make garbage. Literally make the garbage. Because creating it and actually having something created that is garbage is way better than sitting on something for like 3 months and then trying to come up with a video that's still going to be garbage, okay? You can't have a #1 hit-based runner off your first video. So because you can't avoid that, just make the garbage till the garbage is less garbage every single day. That's what I think. In terms of focusing on quality or quantity, it depends on what type of content you create. But the main thing that I think a lot of people, especially new creators who want to get into this, just make garbage. It's okay to make garbage. I encourage you guys to make garbage. I still make garbage, okay? Slowly over time, make the garbage a little bit better, turn it into something what you want. You'll find yourself and find what you want to do during the actual creation process and not the brainstorming process. Zero Kurosaki said, hey, I got one question. When we playing Monster Hunter Wilds together? Look, okay? A lot of you guys been asking about me returning to streams, if I'm coming back and everything. When it comes to Monster Hunter Wilds, yes, that's what I'm saving up my energy for. It's the only game outside of Slay the Spire 2 that I'm really, really interested in getting lost in the sauce with. So I'm saving up the energy. The streams will return. Monster Hunter Wilds is just 100% my highest expectation game that I want to get into ASAP when it drops in February. Cezul2632 said, hey Omni, I know you're having a good time today and everyone has their cherished, most memorable days that they wouldn't forget. Can you share us what is your most memorable day and how that motivates you every day in your life? I'm gonna be frank, I don't got one of those. I don't think that I have a day that sticks out more than all of the other days that then motivates me to move forward. Maybe that's a thing that people have. I don't have it. I've had certain days where certain things happened that motivated me or demotivated me, but there's not something that I can think of in my life. I have not, concentrated or created this concept where I said, this day is the day. Never forget this day. Never forget kind of certain day. I don't have that. Is that weird? Is that weird, chat? Is that weird? At Jeans Does Stuff said, hey Omni, do you have any advice or thoughts about self-confidence or self-esteem and how to build and maintain it? This is a tricky question. It's a good question. It's a question probably that can be dived into for quite some time. I'll just answer it the best way that I can. For me, self-confidence and self-esteem for me kind of originated with my not caring about what other people thought. Emo phase happened back in my teenage days. See, what had happened is that I started getting bothered about what people thought about me. So I decided to pick up the mantra, screw it. I don't care what people think about me. Obviously, that was a mask. Obviously, I was lying to myself. But as I started to practice the concept of not caring, I actually started to like it. And I was like, wait a minute. There is something to actually not caring what people think about you. What starts to occur is that you become detached from people's thoughts. And that's a lot of people's problems, is a lot of people's feelings, like how you might feel right now, might be attached to how another person thinks about you. And that's a terribly, terribly unhealthy place to be. You cannot control what people think about you. You can be the best person in the world and people might think shit of you, right? You might be a terrible person and someone might think that you're great, okay? Putting your own self-worth to the equivalence of how somebody thinks about you is bad. It's really bad, and it's something that I hope that a lot of you can escape. I think the way to kind of dive into self-confidence is self-love. Self-love is usually always the place, is to love yourself genuinely and be okay with who you are, but also to detach yourself and your self-worth from how other people think about you, okay? Because you are not the product of what other people think. You are you. What other people think is an image, it's a mask, it's a vision, but it is not you. And if you can separate yourself from that, that will create self-confidence and self-esteem, because you can then be authentically yourself. If you accept yourself and you love yourself, and that you think that, hey man, I think I'm a pretty dope person. I think I have my flaws and weaknesses or whatever, but I'm comfortable with who I am and who I'm going to be, then I think that's where the self-confidence and the self-esteem comes into play. TLDR, self-confidence, self-esteem starts with self. It's about being focused on you and you alone, and not being too worried about what other people think about you in any other given context, because you literally cannot control it. And the more you try to control how people think about you, the more that you try to control those things, the worse it usually becomes. You have to let go of the fear of how people will feel about you and just do your best and be as authentic as possible. And the rest, it just is what it is. But all right, guys, that's the Q&A. Okay, we have some more questions, okay? And if you do have some questions, ask it in the comments below. I will be answering it as time goes by. Don't be shy. Ask me anything. It'll be pretty fun. All right, guys, let's talk about TikTok. That's right. Precious TikTok has been saved by me, President Donald Trump. I love TikTok. I like TikTok. I know TikTok. People at TikTok, very good people. I saved it. I liked it. I heard you guys love the TikTok, so I decided to buy it, bring it back for the American people. What the hell happened, man? We all been talking about how the Supreme Court justice basically ruled in favor of, freaking TikTok being banned on Sunday, which it did, and then it got reinstated in a couple of hours. What went wrong? People are saying this was just basically a publicity stunt. People were saying that the Democrats fumbled it, and apparently they should have just, not went through with it in the first place. The way that they handled it was wrong. Or apparently, Trump was been trying to ban TikTok. He's the person that started the fire, and then he puts out his own fire. And then people were like, hey, thank you for saving us from the fire that you started in the first place, Donald Trump. What the hell is happening? This picture here says, welcome back. Thanks for your patience and support. As a result of President Trump's efforts, TikTok is back in the US. Oh my God. Trump is not even sworn into office yet, bro. He's not even sworn in. And TikTok is saying, hey, Biden was still here. And they're saying because of President Trump, who's not even sworn in yet, that's why the reason TikTok is back. You can continue to create, share, discover all the things you love on TikTok. So this is good news if you're a TikTok creator or a TikTok person who likes to watch. People were jumping over to Red Note because they were worried that it was all going to be gone, and they just wanted to willfully give the CCP, our information. Literally just commit treason in order to kind of basically be like, to get back at the people banning TikTok. But it looks like it's here. What exactly happened? So let's look at a few clips. This one here from Z25 said how the TikTok ban was a publicity stunt. Okay. And this picture right here says, start a fire, put it out, take credit for putting it out. I'm glad we all see this coming to my eyes. It's a picture here that says the effort to ban TikTok was started by Trump back in 2020. And you'll see all of these headlines here that says Trump says he's banning TikTok in the US. Trump says he intends to ban TikTok. President Trump says he will ban TikTok. These are just multiple articles throughout the entire year. Trump continues to ban TikTok as of 2020. And now he's like, hey, yeah, I saved TikTok. TikTok is great. I love TikTok. I think he actually had something to say about TikTok during his party that he had yesterday.
When I wanted to disable TikTok 3 years ago, I was met with opposition from rhinos, Democrats, and everyone else. They actually went to court in an effort to stop me.
We're looking at TikTok. We may be banning TikTok. We may be doing some other things. There are a couple of options, but a lot of things are happening. So we'll see what happens. But we are looking at a lot of alternatives with respect to TikTok.
We gave them until September 15th. After that, they got to close shop. Okay, that's TikTok.
Yeah, this is the compilation of him literally saying we are banning TikTok. All right, it's bad. It's very bad. However, this is what he had to say at his most recent rally.
And as of today, TikTok is back. So, you know, I did a little TikTok thing. We have a guy, TikTok Jack. He's a young kid, like 21 years old. And we hired this guy, and I went on TikTok. Can you believe what I'll do to win an election? And we went on TikTok, and Republicans have never won the young vote, the youth vote. They win a lot of votes, but they never won the youth vote. We won the youth vote by 36 points. So I like TikTok. I like it. I like it.
He likes it. That's right. It got him to win the election and the young votes. So, hey, you know what? I like TikTok. Let's rewind a little bit. Okay. Before TikTok got banned, okay, everybody was freaking the hell out. Like TikTok creators were melting down. Everyone thought it was like literally the end of the world. I was there when it got banned. Okay. I was on Twitter that everyone migrated to Instagram Reels and were like, it's not funny here. It's not funny here. And it was the great migration for just a couple of hours where people basically lost their homes.
It's really not fair that like they're banning TikTok, and I know it's dramatic as hell that I'm crying, but I just seen the video of the girl that made the renegade dance. And I'm crying because I read a comment that was like the algorithm saying goodbye to us. Aww. And I've been noticing that a lot over the past like week. Like all the trends that came in the beginning are coming back. And it just makes me really sad because it genuinely feels like our parents just came in the middle of a school year and said, yeah, forget all your friends, forget all the hard work that you did at this school, forget everything that you did. You're gonna have to start from scratch.
Oh, that's so sad. We joke about the TikTok ban. For me, at least, I never really felt like it was going to get like banned. Like for me, I felt like it's staying. It's too big. It's too monumental. So I was just kind of like, yeah, I figured this was how it was going to come out. But yeah, man. I mean, I do YouTube, so I'd be really sad if YouTube was getting banned in some kind of way. My YouTube community, the people, how I talk to you guys, I'd be hurt. It'd be roughing it out kind of situation. So I definitely empathize. When people were having full meltdowns, you had people from the beginning of TikTok and Vine who were coming back and doing like recreations of some of like the biggest and best Vines that they did to kind of just say goodbye, which was kind of cute. Like some of the most viral TikToks you can think of, the original creators came back years later just to recreate it. But then they do a little spin to it and it'd be like, actually, this is goodbye. You know, it was hello and now it's goodbye. It's a little sad. It's a little sad. I'm not much of a TikToker, but I can empathize with that feeling, you know?
And to the US government, I'm never forgiving you for this. And I'm never gonna trust you ever again because you just, like that, took away millions of people's income and livelihood. And who does that? So I'm never trusting you ever again with anything.
That was your first mistake. Trusting the US government? It took you TikTok to get taken away for you to lose trust? I mean, hey, good life lesson here, okay? Do not trust the US government, bro. What are you thinking? What are you doing?
So I'm starting to give up hope that there's going to be a Hail Mary moment at the end of this that's going to save this app.
I feel so dumb coming on the internet and crying about an app, but the fact is that this has been a sense of community for me for years now. And it got me through really, really hard times in my life.
Yeah.
The pandemic, losing my job, all of that, getting divorced, like all of this crap that's happened to me in the last 5 years since I've been on here. Hours and hours and hours of time I put into creating stuff for this platform. Yeah. And I'm not the biggest creator on here. Like I'm not like, I don't have 3 million followers or 10 million followers, but I am I do have a platform. It's the biggest platform I have, and I worked really hard to make it. On top of that, it's been a source of income for me for going on 3 years now. First, it was just a little bit, but then it got to be more. I'm not like rich off of it, but it has significantly helped my income every month.
Yeah, so sad. Also, kind of rule of note, diversify your income, okay? Don't put all your eggs in one basket, okay? That's why people say, hey, if you're doing like freaking TikTok, you also need to be on Instagram. You also need to be doing YouTube Shorts, okay? You need to be spreading your content through multiple different avenues, Snapchat, whatever you got to do, just in case something like this happens. And it's not like this is kind of new, right? People have been saying for like over a year, get ready because TikTok might get banned, right? So at this point, you got to start making moves. Essentially, you gotta move with the climate. You can't expect the climate to change for you. You got to move with the climate. Okay, it sucks, right? But also, everyone got a lot of warnings and a lot of head start about where this was going. So it's like you can't stay stationary. You got to adapt.
It's been consistent enough that like I've been able to rely on it. So like on top of being just sad that I'm losing my creative outlet and my platform, I'm like worried about like what I'm gonna do financially.
Yeah.
And I know like I'll figure it out. Like I've had to do that a million times in my life. Like I'm an artist, I've had to figure it out a million times, but it just like it sucks that I have to, or that any of us have to. It's so unfair. This is so much more than just an app. Like this is really truly a sense of community that there is nowhere else on the internet. And like, yes, I'm on Instagram, I'm on Facebook, I'm on Red Note now, I'm on Lemonade. I don't even know what that is, but I have 13,000 followers on there. I've literally only logged in twice. But I know that none of it's going to be the same. I know none of it's going to be the same. So I guess if this...
So I think the moral of the story here is interesting. I've been studying a little bit of stoicism. Like a memento mori, okay? Nothing lasts forever, and that's the beauty of it, okay? And especially when something's being laid to rest for in over a year, you can't take it for granted. I think the way that I've been operating is kind of much more of a logical standpoint. So if I was on TikTok, I would have been preparing a long time ago for its departure so that when it did happen, I'm like, all right, knew it was coming, mentally prepared for it. Sucks that it's still happening, but I figured out where to bring my community. I've told them where to go. I'm not going to lose the homies. I'm not going to lose my squad, okay? I'm going to build a bunker of safety ahead of time to keep myself safe. And I think, it doesn't work for everybody. Some people get, they just don't do it, unfortunately. They don't prepare themselves. But yeah, I get it. It sucks. It did suck until it didn't, because it literally got reinstated in a couple of hours. Anyway, was this whole thing a conspiracy theory? You know what? At this point, who knows? I don't know who's running things anymore, okay? I feel like we are just not privy to the information. People are pulling strings everywhere, and I'm the puppet masters. I don't know what they're doing. I mean, I get it. I know it's a money game. I know money is king. Okay. Money is power. So therefore money is king. So it's just got to follow the money if you want to know what's happening. But realistically, I don't know what they doing out here on these streets. Okay. Especially when it comes to TikTok. Yeah. Let's talk about the inauguration, which I think is actually about to start happening soon. I'm thinking I will wait one day and then talk to you guys either tomorrow or Wednesday to let you guys know what happened at the inauguration, if there was any executive orders, what is actually occurring. I'm gonna keep you guys posted on what's going on. I think this is going to be a very wild week. But yeah, the inauguration is today. You already got here Jake Paul and Logan Paul and your freaking boy, I forget what that guy's name is, the MMA fighter. But yeah, they all headed there to go to the party that is Trump's inauguration. Prior to the inauguration though, people were talking about the celebrities who were going on to the pre-inauguration party. And we're like, yeah, we started talking about black people. Apparently Snoop was there. Apparently Soulja Boy was there. Apparently Nelly was there. Carrie Underwood. All these celebrities were here. And every time someone popped up, they were like, man, shame on you. Shame on you. But apparently, like back in 2020, Snoop was like basically saying, I can't believe you guys are out here supporting Trump. And now
that was almost a fight.
You got Snoop out here performing for Trump. So, hey, looks like people changed their mind.
So ain't nobody gonna perform for Donald Trump, huh? Which one of you jigaboo ass niggas gonna be the first one to do it? I'm waiting. I'm gonna roast the fuck out one of you Uncle Tom ass niggas for doing it? Which one of you niggas gonna do it first? Osby's the one that performs for himself.
At about noon, just thought that I had to be in Compton soon. Come on, take it.
Oh man, the internet is undefeated. I'm never going to stop talking to you guys about this stuff. It's undefeated. It's the best. It's the greatest. It's you cannot make this shit up.
Obama ain't never put no money in my fucking pockets, nigga. Kamala ain't never put no money in my pockets, nigga. Trump put money in my pockets, nigga.
Oh my God, it's so whack, man, when people pull out wads of cash, bro. Like, it's such a insecure flex, bro. I mean, again, I guess as a finance, I don't know, man. I think quiet money is real money. That's how I've always looked at it. If you got to show you got money, then you don't really got money. That's how I view it. If you got to show it, you got to let people know. If you got to show actual like dirty dollar bills to prove it, bro, I don't know, man. That don't smell like wealth to me. Like I said before, just follow the money, right? The truth of the matter is people will chase money. Money is king, okay? So a lot of people will say a lot of things and then you pay them enough and they'll say the opposite. Tis the way of the world. There's no surprise here anymore. As for executive order rumors, that's right. Basically, you guys don't know, but an executive order is just an order that is literally passed down by the executive office himself, aka the president, that kind of puts things into law, into motion. Apparently, it's going to be like 100 or 200 of them, as people are saying. Some of them are going to include things like this. For one, declare emergency at the border, plus issue proclamation closing the border. From what I heard, they're also talking about rumors of Chicago basically being like raided for immigration. Like they're going to be raiding Chicago and a bunch of other cities as well to try to get illegal immigrants out of these cities. Designate cartels as foreign terrorist organizations. Remain in Mexico. Catch and release will be instated. Military will be directed to construct new phase of border wall. Very curious if that one goes. Remember, he was talking about the border wall all last presidency. I'm pretty sure we didn't get much from it, but we'll see. Terminate Biden's orders on energy drilling restrictions. Return federal workers to in-person work. A lot of people are not happy about this, okay? A lot of people are super happy in the government with the whole remote policy ever since the pandemic. Working from home, not having to spend money on gas, not having to spend money on a car, not having to go out and stuff. And now they're trying to bring people back into these offices. There's a lot of commercial offices sitting around, especially like in DC as well. Big old buildings. Nobody is in them. It's quite literally empty. You know those skyscrapers that go all the way to the top of the building? People are saying that their majority of these offices are empty, and it looks like they're trying to get people to come occupy these spaces all over again. What else we got? Pause all offshore wind leases. End DEI hiring practices in the federal government. Merit only. No more DEI. No more inclusivity. Okay, it's all going to be based on your ability to perform. Withdraw from the Paris Climate Accord. Order every agency to remove all federal actions increasing costs for Americans via deregulation. Suspend security clearances for the 51 officials who lied about the Hunter Biden 2020 laptop story. I heard also that he's probably going to be pardoning the January 6th insurrectionists, and then establish a Doge hiring freeze. So I think the idea here is to basically Doge, which I believe stands for the Department of Government Efficiency, that's ran by both Vivek Ramaswamy and Elon Musk, where they're basically trying to cut as much cost as possible, where they feel like there's just a lot of fat and basically it's inefficient spending in the government, which is true. There is a lot of inefficient spending in the government. I believe Bernie Sanders has been talking about it as well. The DOD has been failing like audits like every single year, with hundreds of millions of dollars just being displaced. So there is, a lot of inefficient government spending. However, it looks like they're going to be doing a hiring freeze as well by not letting more people into the government as well, which might stop people. It's going to be wild. It's going to be a very interesting 4 years, that's for sure. But those are just some of the ones that they're talking about right now. In terms of what he actually does, I will let you guys know in terms of what he says. Okay, this is again rumors of people, what they've been hearing, what Donald Trump might have been saying, but until he actually does the executive orders, this is just kind of hearsay until he quite literally, speaks it into existence. So when that does happen, I will let you guys know exactly what's going down and what it means to as well. Because I have a feeling that I've read some of these off to you, and some of you at home are like, what does it actually mean, Omni? And does this affect me or not? I think that's the bottom line is, what does it mean? Does it affect me? And what do I need to do to prepare for the future? Is a lot of people might be thinking. In my opinion, when it comes to Trump running into office, I'm not too concerned or worried, but I think it's also because that's just how my mentality works, right? I've kind of put away a lot of the concept of like worry and concern, because worry and concern does nothing for me. Just like excitement and expectations of someone else being in the office and doing things, and they could probably let me down. Like, it's like, I don't feel like these are emotions that I feel like I want to attach myself to situations that are out of my control. So I'm more so focused on intrinsically what I can control, what I can do, and just kind of watching it and letting you guys know. And if there's anything big, I'll keep you guys posted. But I don't know. I can't subscribe to the stress that a lot of people are feeling. Now, I know there's a lot of people who feel like they're being directly impacted by potentially what happens in the future. And I can understand that, doing that as well. Okay. So I can empathize. I'm pretty sure there's a lot of places and areas where I can get impacted as well. So of course there's that kind of concern, but I think that I can't attach myself to the uncertainty because I just don't know what's going to happen in the future. So I just choose not to stress or worry about it. I'll take it as time comes by. I'll prepare myself accordingly, and we'll just see what happens. And we could have a boring 4 years, or it could be a freaking crazy 4 years. Who the hell knows, okay? And I guess we'll find out over time. So guys, the Pokemon nerds are back at it again, ruining the card industry all over again. That's right. Super Jacob said the Pokemon Costco fight. Context, Pokemon fans heard that Costco will have reprints of the Pokemon 151 collection, and collectors wanted their hands on it. I have been seeing clips nonstop of all of these big nerds going to Costco and quite literally fighting each other in order to get their hands on these Pokemon card decks. For disclaimer, it's okay to be a nerd. I'm a nerd, okay? But this is the type of nerds that make us look bad, okay? Come on, like... And then what they do is they buy these decks, right? They buy these cards and then they sell like the big ones on eBay for like overpriced, because they essentially have just taken all the inventory off the market, okay? You can't buy them anymore because they're literally just taking it and then scalping it and then trying to sell it for overpriced. And I think a lot of people are just hoping that Pokemon will continue to push out more cards so that they lose their money or whatever. But yeah, I mean, I'm gonna show you a few clips, by the way. Man's got 2 bags. Oh! That was an elbow. Oh, man. Look at that. Oh, that's a charge. That's a charge. That elbow, that's a charge over Pokemon card. To be fair, man's got a barrel hug wrapped around him as well, right? You need to get off of him, but oh man, that elbow that one could do damage. He's still holding on.
That's why you made it 2 inches.
I know he hurting. I admire him not letting go because I know his jaw, face, nose, something, whatever, bloody is hurting. But oh man, they this is some real business. Here's another clip. Apparently there's supposed to be like a 2 limit order per person. Here's Costco bringing out the forklift, and oh man, I feel like I'm watching like WWE clips, bro.
What? There you go. This little crazy is gonna get 10 lemons dried, 10 lemons, shadow mixed in the David basket, or I want, or I'm here, why? Pretty sugar. Well, simply bad. What's your beef?
Okay. He had a test to see how big it was. Okay. Is there even a line? This is going to be bad. Why don't they have a line? Oh, this is going to be bad, bro. Bad. This is like putting out like food. You got a pack of wolves. Oh my Lord. This is about to be mayhem.
Go for it. Off the dial. One skid straight out.
He's be like, ready, set, go!
Go ahead.
Everybody already cutting lines.
Go. There you go. Hey, lights out. Come out. Come out.
Damn! Run! Run! This man got a full pack. His hands are full. Run. Just, I would have taken a one big... I wouldn't have actually done it. But if I was one of these guys, okay, I would have taken a big old pack, worth my hands, and then that's it. Just run to the front. And then you... Anyway, let's continue. What they doing? You're only supposed to take 2 of them, but people are taking like 5 or 6. And the people in the back like, damn, y'all greedy. This dude got like 10 in his cart.
Just like that.
You're so greedy.
And he's gone.
That's greedy. That's greedy. Y'all some greedy, greedies.
No running!
No running!
I'm telling you.
Everyone doing the quick shuffle.
Oh my god.
Someone dropped one of the TVs?
Híjole. Oh my god,
Jesus. Monkeys. Monkeys. Filthy monkeys.
You guys are not. Oh, don't run. It says no running. Scan your memberships. Man, they opened it up to 2 lines. Oh, dang, don't run. Don't run.
You're going to go to jail if you're going to run. Don't run.
It's right here. It's right here in the front. Oh, hurry up. Get your 10.
10?
5 per customer. Oh, 5 per customer? Oh, it's only 5 per customer.
Wow. Just snatched it.
Dang, it's gone. That's it. That was it. It's over. Savages, all of ya. Dang.
I can't look at this no more. This is just rough. Yeah, man. Can you believe them daggone savages just freaking taking all the Pokemon cards, Chase? I can't believe it either. Yeah. I mean, what else is to say, man? It's just greed, bro. I really wish it wasn't like that, man. I wish people can just kind of like, you know, do things the way that it should be done in order, but it just kind of just shows you the greed of the humankind and the human race. Nothing new about that, all right? So Wolf Phoenix said Nintendo officially revealed the Switch 2. That's right, January 16th, 4 days ago. It finally dropped. Jesus, I feel like it's been like forever. Here's your first look at the Nintendo Switch 2, the successor to Nintendo Switch, releasing in 2025 this year. That's right, it's just called the Nintendo Switch 2, which is kind of I guess it makes sense. I mean, I was hoping they would call it like the Super Nintendo Switch. I thought that would be a little bit more cool, but let's take a look at it really quick right now. Got the regular Switch. Take off the Joy-Cons. Bigger screen. Okay. More buttons. But these are the same buttons, but other buttons. Okay. Okay. Bigger Joy-Cons. That's great. I just want to pause, by the way, just because of the copyright purpose. But yeah, bigger Joy-Cons is really good. Okay, those other Joy-Cons, they're so small, bro. I don't have like huge Shaq hands, but they're big enough where when I'm playing it, I'm just like, I feel like I'm going to break it. And a lot of times, I think I've broken like 2 of them just because I'm just so freaking strong. My hands. I don't even know what the joke was. I'm sorry. I don't even know what the joke was. Let's just continue. Okay, new grip. Whoa. More buttons. It looks cool. Ooh, that looks pretty satisfying. Oh, that's a little loud. Let me turn it down a little bit. Okay, we got some drift. We got the classic drift is back. Huh? Wait, can it be used as a mouse? Ooh, look like it can be used as a mouse. What else we got? Aha! So it snaps on instead of coming in and just, you know, put it in on. It snaps on. People were worried that it might break, like just, you know, kind of do that. But I'm pretty sure Nintendo's kind of tested it. But yeah, so it's the same thing, just bigger and better so far. Okay. All right. Okay, you have my money. Okay, here's the thing. So we got Mario Kart, and apparently they're starting off. This is new Mario Kart, Mario Bros. Circuit, okay? After having, what is it? Was it Mario Kart 9? I think it was the last one. I can't remember the number of it. But basically, we got like freaking like 10 iterations of the same freaking game with all these different DLCs. It looks like we're officially getting a new Mario Kart upon the launch of the Nintendo Switch 2, which is absolutely, well, it's going to sell like hotcakes. Okay, Mario Kart is like one of the best performing selling games of all time. So if you drop that along with the Switch 2, then everybody is going to own a Switch. This thing is going to do absolutely big bonko donker buko chuko dollars numbers. I don't know what's wrong with my vocabulary today. I'm so sorry. I think I'm off. I need some more coffee. Looks good. Everybody looks great. That's it. It's just a little bit of trade. Apparently, Donkey Kong looks different, bro. Look at this. Why he look like this? 2025. Plays Nintendo Switch 2 exclusive games as well as Nintendo Switch games. Nintendo Switch 2 plays both physical and digital Nintendo Switch. Certain Nintendo Switch games may not be supported or fully compatible with Nintendo Switch 2. Details will be shared on the Nintendo website at a later date. So it is backwards compatible, which means if you have games from the prior Switch, you can most likely play it on the Switch 2, which is very awesome. Okay, having backwards compatibility is basically a must, especially if you're just making a bigger and better version of the same system. However, because it's bigger and better, that means all of your Joy-Cons will not work, which means not only do you have to buy a new system, but you're going to have to buy like $100 plus worth of Joy-Cons all over again. Yep, you're going to be shipping a lot of money over to Nintendo over the next year or so. As for the price, there are a lot of rumors that hasn't been revealed yet. We're going to find out in April when they release a trailer for us to basically give us more information about the Switch 2. All of this has been kind of like wild because we've been seeing spoilers for this daggone system from like all of these other companies like nonstop. So it was just kind of like, yeah, we've seen it already in the wild multiple times. Great, awesome. Thanks for the announcement. They shadow dropped it in the morning. They didn't say, hey, we're going to have a trailer tomorrow and then dropped it. They just literally just shadow dropped it. But as for the price, people are predicting that it's going to be around $400. I think that's fine. It's probably going to probably have a bundle or something like that. $50 more than the Switch OLED in the US. Yeah, the Switch came out, I think the original one like maybe 7 years ago, maybe 8 years ago. So for it to have like a $50 price hike after like 7-8 years ago, that kind of makes sense. And yeah, that's it. That's all there is to the Switch 2 right now. I mean, we're just going to figure out what games are going to be coming out. It looks like Mario Kart is going to be part of the opening package. I'm curious about when Super Smash Brothers. I have a feeling Super Smash Brothers maybe sometime at the end of 2025, but they're definitely going to use Mario Kart and Super Smash Brothers, and maybe even like a new Mario Odyssey type game as well to basically launch this game. I'm excited, but also I'm chilling as well. Like I thought that I would be more excited, but because the reveal was already revealed to me, it's just kind of like, we finally got it out of the way. Now we can stop talking about it type deal. April 2nd is when we'll get more information about the Switch 2. Probably have a release date, probably have about the specs and essentially all the games are going to be dropping as well. So yeah, until then, for at least me, my plan, I'm just waiting for Monster Hunter Wilds. Okay, that's the game that I am waiting to play because I want to know Life It so badly. I think that comes out mid-February-ish or so. And then from there, I'll probably spend, February and the entirety of March just playing Monster Hunter Wilds until I'm done with it. That's how I'm going to be busy. And then the Switch 2 will come out in terms of like the announcements. And my guess is that they're going to be dropping this sometime this year, probably around fall, Christmas season, because I mean, yeah, why the hell not? All right, guys, that's all I have today's video. If you made it to the end, drop a like, subscribe if you guys haven't already. I will be keeping you guys posted on what's happening with Trump being in office. There's going to be a lot of wild news coming in. So stay tuned, okay? Hit the bell notification. I'll keep you guys posted. We will be yapping. If you have questions, drop them in the comments below. We'll do some Q&As. I plan on doing a little bit of interviews with a couple like key figures and people. We're going to bring it on. We're going to have fun. We're going to make it. We're going to definitely trek these waters, okay? It's just buckle in. Just buckle in. That's all I'm going to say. I love you guys. Stay safe on these streets because these streets are not safe. I'll catch you later. Peace.